Hi everyone, welcome to Just Three Things. So the idea of these little screencasts is to quickly show you three RStats tips and tricks that might make your life better. So in what I'm going to do today is tell you about how to make RStudio forget and how to customize the look of RStudio and how to use the package tab. All right, let's make RStudio forget. So if you go into Tools and Global Options, what you want to do when you're first installing RStudio is to make sure that the settings in this General tab make it so that every time you stop doing analysis and go home for the weekend and you come back on Monday morning, that RStudio boots up having not remembered anything that you did on Friday. So there are a couple of little tick boxes here that you want to make sure that this restore our data into the workspace at startup is unticked. You don't want it to remember the data that you were working with on Friday. You want to load everything in fresh at the start of each session. And you want to set the save workspace to our data on exit never. Now, this is just a reproducibility tip. Sometimes Jenny Bryant tells us that we can get into trouble when RStudio remembers things and you're not loading in everything clean on each analysis. So that's the first tip. Make sure that this workspace tab has this restore our data unclicked and the save workspace set to never, and then go apply. All right, and then the next thing I want to show you is how to customize what your workspace looks like. So at the moment, you can see I'm working in a fairly ordinary looking white background RStudio space, but you can change that to be dark or to be navy blue. There's lots and lots and lots of options. So again, we're going to go Tools and Global Options, and this time choose the Appearance tab. And you can see that I have a million options to choose from here. And lots of these came from when I installed the RS Themes package. So if you install RS Themes, you end up with lots and lots of options, including ones that are really cute. So there's a fairy floss one here that let me show you that. Oh, can I find the fairy floss one? I want this to be wider. No, it's not working. I go there we go, fairy floss, right? I think this is super cute. I tried it for a week or so, and I think it's the yellow that it doesn't do good things to my eyes. So I went back to my default, which I really like this cobalt one. So navy blue with blue notes, and I like how lots of the errors, when you get an error in this, when you're using cobalt, the error comes up pink instead of red. There's something pleasing about that. All right, so if we apply that, you can see that now our whole environment has changed to navy blue, right? And then the third thing I want to tell you today is how to use the package tab. So most of the time, when I first was learning R, I thought you had to install packages by typing install package. And then you had to remember that when you were installing a package, let's install the janitor package, for example, you have to put it in quotes and then it will run. Oh, hang on. It's install packages with an S, see, right? So there's lots of, it's error prone when you are installing packages in the console. But actually, this packages tab, excuse me, the packages tab makes it really easy to install packages that are on CRAN. So if I go over here and say janitor, I can go janitor. You can see whether you have a package installed. If it is already installed, like janitor is for me, you can install it. If you don't have it installed, it won't come up in this list when you're searching. But there's a little install button here that you can search for a package that you might be interested in. So is it GT? Yeah, look at that, right? GT tools, all of the packages that are on CRAN are right here, right? So you can install a package using this install button, but once it's installed, you can, rather than loading it in by saying library janitor, like that, you can load it just using this little tick box, right? Something wrong with my janitor package. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we'll just ignore that for the moment, right? So this packages tab over here on the right-hand side is super useful because you can search to see whether you have a package installed already. You can, if you don't, you can install it using this button, and you can also uninstall it. So if I look at my janitor package, I can load it using this tick box here, or over here, this X will uninstall the package, so remove the package, and this little globe thing will browse the package. So that's a link. If I go there, that's a link to the vignette about the package. So much information in such a small amount of space. So there you go. Now you know how to make sure that your analysis is reproducible by making RStudio forget, how to choose what RStudio looks like by customizing a theme, and how to deal with packages in the package tab.